Mr. Cage, it's such an honor to speak to you, sir. I'm part of the Hollywood Critics Association's leadership, so I want to thank you for coming to our ceremony last year, the Film Awards, to accept the Acting Achievement Award, and you gave us this fantastic speech. And in that speech, you said, "I'm forever your student of film performance." So I have to ask you, in the making of this film, Renfield, what did you learn?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for that night. That was a really lovely night, and so many marvelous actors and filmmakers and journalists in one house. So thank you. Yeah, my goal is to stay a student and to learn and to hopefully evolve and stay interested, stay even uncomfortable to try to find something. When I first worked with Nick Hoult, it was on a movie called The Weatherman, and I was starring and he was supporting. And I knew then, he was playing my son, the confidence he had as a film actor. But I was very excited to get back on set with Nick because of the star he's subsequently become, but also because as Dracula, I'm supporting Nick. And because of that, I took that seriously. To be a supporting actor means to support your lead. And so I didn't have a whole lot of rehearsal time with Nick Hoult. So I was just sort of, whenever I could be on set with him, whether it was a makeup test or a wardrobe test, I would throw lines at him. Neither one of us were fully off book, but we would sort of ping pong. And I could see, first of all, I was stunned by his comedic timing. I didn't know about that when we did The Weatherman, but also that he could turn on a dime and be vulnerable and be tragic. And so in that, I knew because of what flavors Nick Hoult was bringing, what I could bring. And so what I learned was in the role of supporting actor, how to support my star and cultivate like a dance so that they become one. And that really is on display at its fullest in the studio apartment scene where Dracula is visiting Renfield and waiting for him. You could see the dance that we were both picking up off of each other, and I was supporting him.
That's great. That's great. I really love this take on Dracula because I think it's kind of the most human version that I remember seeing, because it's a kind of a manifestation of our dark side in terms of human nature.
The thing that you're pointing out here, which I think is really insightful, is exactly why, in my view, Dracula is such a compelling character, not only in the novel, but in cinema. Because although it's a supernatural character, it's really speaking to the human experience. You could supplant an addiction to whiskey or heroin or sex with an addiction to blood. And then you see that Dracula is struggling with this addiction. Also, Dracula is a character to me who was always an example of love in exile, not love and exile, love in exile, that he's unrequited love. And when you don't get the love back, you go bad. And I think that's something people can find compelling in the human experience, whether they know it consciously or subconsciously. And then this particular story, you're dealing with that which is the toxic relationship, whether it be a boss and employee at the office, or even in a love affair that's gone bad. And now it's no longer about love, but a kind of ugly ownership or possessiveness happens all too often in relationships. Although this movie is funny and it's scary, it also has a heart, and it does have some compassion when dealing with those relevant and timely issues.
Why do you think that these latest films and roles are connecting so much with the audience, with critics? I mean, Pig is just amazing, massive talent, etc. Do you think that is mainly because they arrive in this perfect time in your career where you're able to bring your life and professional experience to them?
I think, if anything, it's that student's approach that I've genuinely tried to learn and to evolve with what I could do in film performance. And I have been blessed to have a group of film enthusiasts who have stayed with me for a very long time through ups and downs, because I think that they know that we are kindred and together, kindred spirits, and that we all are excited about the possibilities with film and film performance, and that there can be a vicarious exchange, that if I can stay truthful to that quest and be the student and try to bring things that are organic and authentic, that they're going to get that exchange with me, and that will keep us going together.
It has been an honor. I'm a big fan of Superman. I would like to see us Jor-El in the next film.
Oh, but Jor-El, that's a good one. I hadn't thought of that. That's not bad.
Let's make it happen. Thank you so much again.
Okay. Thank you.